Yes, I welcome all. Welcome to Mark Reacts. Here's another set of memos we're going to look at. Like and subscribe if you like the information. Hope you're all well and enjoying your day, whatever you're doing. Anyway, here's four more memos, maybe information you might not have thought about, something that might, flick something in the old brain. Hang on a minute, yeah, I never thought of that. Anyway, I had plenty of those, but I'm sure there's lots of people have as well. Anyway, let's get on with the memos. Not too long video. Here we go. Science, right? This is a memo about science. The knowledge that ordinary citizens know nothing about their own bodies and must be forced to comply with directives of large for-profit chemical corporations, which the courts protect from legal responsibility in the case of petition of injury, mutilation, or even their untimely goodbyes. Yeah, I mean, everyone's got their opinion on this, and there's lots of corporations and big entities that say that use science and say, oh, it's settled, and stuff like that, and that's it. And you think, well, hang on, can't I have a look at it? And they're like, no, it's settled, or whatever. So, yeah, that is a good science memo because it's true. You're using the excuse of we've done the science and blah blah blah. Trust us, But then I'd say, well, don't trust them because, well, don't trust corporations that make a lot of profit off your illness or anything that profits from you in a big way like that. Because yeah, you must research and find these things out yourself. If the science is settled, let's have a look, or let's mainly, I would say, duplicate. Let's have a look at it elsewhere. Whatever it is. But yeah, science is should be open for debate. It shouldn't be that it's settled. And that's it. Science is all about debate, new ideas. Here's my science. If someone says that's not credible, we don't want to look at that. Well, why don't you? Why not? If you're into science, you should be looking at everybody's science, and saying, oh yeah, that's different to mine, or oh, I got it wrong, or whatever. Anyway, I'm waffling a bit, but that's my opinion on the science one. So there we go. Let me have your comments, please. Most importantly, so let's go on to the next memo. Right, this is probably a similar thing. When a mainstreamer is confronted with the truth, which I think the truth, with your opinion, let's say, he or she will record his mainstream sound bites and regurgitate them on demand, just as he'd been trained to do so by his television, and then say insults like you effing anti-Semite, you effing conspiracy theorist, you effing tinfoil. The tantrum-like reaction is the result of an underdeveloped ego that is struggling to mature and cope in the real world, a world that is clearly far removed from the mainstream Disneyland fairy tale he was promised as a child. Yeah, I mean, there are, as you probably got your opinions about it, there's a lot of people that have been too well indoctrinated, and they go, that's not what I was told, why are you saying, how stupid, and they just don't want to start opening up and researching, which I think everybody should do. It seems like it's so hard for some people. They just don't want to, they really firmly believe what they've been told so much that they fear to question it. I believe, I've been believing that for the last 20 years. It's not that this causes that. Don't be silly. Stop it. When you've got some people that are, I don't know if it's brain matter difference, but there are some people, or lots more people that are open-minded, say, well, yeah, like if I see somebody that contradicts any of this info or any info, people talking about flat Earth or anything, just not that, but I'll go, well, yeah, I want to look into it and find out. Whereas some people just go, no, it's not, it's being stupid, that's ridiculous. And well, hang on, but you don't know because you've not researched. At least give the person who's telling you, whoever it is, some credibility by doing some research or looking at what information they've got. But they say it's easier to brainwash people than to convince them they've actually been brainwashed, and it's true with a lot of society. Anyway, that's my opinion on that one. Please give me your comments in the comments section and let me know what you think. Right, here's another one. Here we go. What's this? Here we go. This is a funny one, is it? Fear propaganda alert. It's not the sun that increases skin cancer. It's the use of sunblock and tanning lotion. I'm getting sick and tired of all the little stories from scientists that scientists tell about me. Been giving the earth everything it needs for millions of years, and now you humans insist I'm the problem. I'm not impressed. I mean, it's true, isn't it? Literally what that memo says. You can't really fault it because if you look statistically, and you don't need to, you can just say I'm an idiot or you don't want to look into it. But maybe you are open enough. But if you look since like the 1950s when some certain stuff and that was introduced, you got the rates of toxicity, cancer, whatever, just skyrocket. And before then, I'm not saying it wasn't known. People got it through food and through thingy choices and stuff. But it's funny that, like it says, the sun actually, the sun actually encourages, like goodness and good things in the body. Anyway, it's a good thing for the body. Obviously, vitamin D and all that we know. But I'm just trying to think there was something else. I can't remember off the top, but I'll probably put it in the comments. But there's a lot of other things that the sun does apart from vitamin D and stuff like that. And if you have enough sun at certain points and stuff, and don't overdo it, it prevents a lot of skin toxicity. And people would say, well, how can, if you get in the sun, how can you block the sun from burning you? And there's lots of natural ones. If anybody wants the memo, I've got one. I think wheat germ is one of the top ones, coconut oil. There's lots of natural things you can put on so you can stay in the sun longer and you don't burn. And the more you research about the sun and this correlation between sun creams in the 50s and that, you'll find out that it's, like I said, it's never been the sun. The creator would bring the sun on there that's designed to hurt us. It's not. It's designed for plants and the world and everything, and for us to get vitamin D and all benefits. There's no way that it causes anything like that. It's absolute load of rubbish. But do your research and leave me a comment in the comments. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Right, here we go. There's another one. Turmeric and depression. A recent study by photography research says that not only is turmeric effective in treating depression, it may even be more effective than some common antidepressants and drugs currently on the market. I'll try and keep this short, but my opinion about this is it is actually pretty true. And this is talking not from science. I mean, there is science. Look on Green Med Info probably, but there is a lot of feedback from people I've told about this, because anxiety and depression is actually caused by inflammation in the body. Eat rubbish food, eat stuff, stress. All this causes inflammation, and you've got anxiety, which eventually leads to depression. So taking turmeric with black pepper, glass of water. Now, you don't even need that much water, maybe half a glass. Turmeric. Depends on your tolerance, but quarter of a teaspoon, and some pepper, twice a day, as long as you're not taking any pharmaceuticals and stuff, or just or anything like that. I don't know. There's not really much. There's no interaction, or that I know of, but there could be. Just maybe like if you're not taking nothing, it's best to take this. That's what I'm trying to say, because I'm not 100% sure. But people that I've told that have taken this, that are not taking nothing, the turmeric and the black pepper, have found amazing results. So, as I say, there it is. Just I'm planting a seed. Do your research more, and you'll find out. Like I said, inflammation. I mean, I've had anxiety myself, and I told this to a few people. I thought, well, I'm going to try. I tried it and stuff, and it worked for me. Within a few days. It didn't work instantly, but a couple of days after taking this twice a day. Obviously, I don't take any tablets or anything, and my anxiety and stuff and that was gone. I've had people that are really badly depressed. I've told this about, and they're like, "Oh my god, I couldn't believe it worked." How simple it is. Saffron, eating cashew nuts. There's lots of different ones that you could go when you look down the natural route of it, rather than just taking some things that they'll keep you on forever. Anyway, that's it. That's me. All right. I hope this sparks a seed to think inside your mind. Like and subscribe and share this with people and friends if you like the information, or if you think I'm talking, you don't agree, then leave the comments in the comment section. And look after yourselves and look after everybody else. Much love to you all, and enjoy the day, whatever you're doing. Many blessings. Take care.